Hi, I'm Paramjit Sembhi and I'm an Airfix designer and I designed the Fairey Gannet. One of the first steps that we did was we actually visited Oxford very quickly because we needed to get a scan, and we used that as an opportunity to go look at the rail aircraft. So we scanned at Coventry and then we looked at a existing aircraft at RAF Oxford. I don't have like a particular, like an absolute favourite of what I designed, but things that I do like about it is that I've done the propellers. Both of them can rotate independently from each other. Obviously you have to do it manually. Adding all the surface detail like the rivets and stuff like that, I think that really like brought it up to another level. Seeing that happen in real time was quite satisfying. And then obviously the way stuff like the wings and the tailplanes, they all sort of join together. I think those are the sort of things that I was quite happy with. The thing that I'm most proud about is like the amount of time and effort that I put into it in terms of adding all the surface detail, because I added loads of recessed rivets over it because it has it in real life, and also some raised detail as well on the fuselage and other areas. Like the wings have a combination of both raised and recessed rivets, and I was happy the way they came out as well. I mean, the detail and everything came out pretty good, and also doing the wing fold, how it all sort of like clips together and joins together, I was quite happy with that because it took such a long time to design it, but I'm glad that I put that time and effort into it because it's paid off. Folding wing was very challenging. First thing I said when we were going to do a gannet and doing a folded and unfolded gannet is that I wanted separate parts for the folded version and unfolded version. I didn't want to people cutting it up or trying to join pieces together. I thought, no, I 100% did not want that. So I really, from the very beginning, I did not want to do that. And I think it has paid off. I think people are quite happy with it. Obviously the kit is out now, so, and has been out, has been announced for a while anyway. So people have said that they do prefer the way that is. But just in general, going back onto the wing fold, trying to get the angles and everything right, because obviously it's got a double fold. So trying to get that all correct and everything and get the angles right was a bit tricky, because when it goes to the top of the wing, they do sit quite closely together in real life, and obviously trying to get that to work with the canopy sliding back, making sure it doesn't clash and other sorts of stuff. And then obviously trying to get all the detail for the wing fold, the struts, all the joining points, that was a challenge. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was a challenge. So here's a little prototype that I've assembled. It's actually unassembled. So you can put it all together, and then you've got all the wing fold and the landing gear and all that sort of stuff that you can just pop together, just to sort of show people. I've been showing this at like Telford and at other events as well, just showing like how it sort of clips together and the amount of time that's gone into it to try and get the fits and everything quite nicely. So you've got a recessed bit here and then the wing actually clips into it. And it actually does like have a very satisfying click as well. The main reason why I've done that recessed bit is so that you can get a nice join on the wing to fuselage, which can be a bit tricky. In 72nd scale, stuff like that, it's a bit more tricky, but in 48th it's more manageable. But it still was difficult with this because it sort of clashes with the Bombay and stuff like that. And also giving like some nice strong spars on there for the wings to clip on, that was quite key for me. Another bit was doing the tailplanes in like a slotted version. I remember doing this, learning about this sort of technique from previous projects, and just sort of took it to slightly another level, and then they interlock with each other, and that sort of sorts the angle out. Well, it would help with it significantly. So yeah, you've got like these vertical stabilizers, or like finlets they're called, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but they're separate pieces and they sort of interlock with each other as well. And it makes it easier because usually they're painted in a different colour, so yeah, they're pretty cool. What's also quite nice is that you can see that the wing, at the top of the wing, is a different colour from the side of the fuselage. So to be honest, if you did want to, you could paint them separately and then right at the end just sort of assemble it together, because they do just sort of click into place. So yeah, if you did want to do that, to be honest, you might not even want to add glue if you didn't want to, but it's up to the modeler what they want to plan on doing. the Gannet actually needed a lot of nose weight, so if anyone's picked any of these models up, they will realise they're quite heavy. What I did was I designed nose weight tubs. So I designed two, one here you can see, and then there was actually one here in this empty space. However, when I got first test shots, I put nose weight in this bit, which was fine, but I maxed out the nose weight in this tub. However, when I completed the test shot, it was it just sat back on its tail. So I was like, oh, okay, let me add a bit more. Still not enough, and it turns out I couldn't get the required nose weight with this nose weight tub that I designed, which is quite it's expected, but it's very uncommon, because you normally think that because you'll only know once you get the first test shot. So I did design the part and everything for it. However, I came up with another idea which you don't actually use as part, so we've left this part out in the instructions, this forward nose weight tub. And then what you do is you assemble the aircraft together. So now that you put the two fuselage halves together, you've got a nice big gap and hole here. And what you do, once you glue the two fuselage halves together, you put your nose weight in here, and then you can max it out. But you just got to make sure you don't go past a certain point on the instructions, because the engine sits on there. So yeah, and then that way you can put more nose weight in there, and it should be fine with it and not be a tail sitter. But yeah, interesting challenge that, and I was a bit worried at points that I was thinking that this is always going to be a tail sitter, but it's all good. Yeah, to be honest, I'm happy because a lot of people are starting to build it now, and seeing people's reactions and the things that I design into, like accounting for modelers, because like I build as a hobby as well, and then doing all the little things that I think would help, and spending the time to obviously design it in certain ways, and people appreciating it. That's always the nicest compliment, that people appreciate the time and effort that's gone into it.